What you doing? I'm the AC, and this is Otaku News Reviews. I'm talking about Fabricant 100 by Daisuke Enoshima, Chapter 29, Something More Precious Than Yourself. This chapter came out on July 9th, 2023, and is the typical 19 pages. This chapter actually starts with a decently long flashback of their master, Benitake, and apparently he was weaker than both Ayako and Kugui, but he was the only one that wasn't afraid to correct them, to scold them, stuff like that, while all the other villagers were kind of wary of him, kind of a little afraid. But apparently neither their master nor Kugui had an eye for people. They kept attracting people that just want to use them, and they, I guess, fall for it more often. As well, Ayako apparently knew better and didn't fall for stuff like this. We see that in the flashbacks, a man comes claiming he needs help for his kid, and then Ayako is like, "Oh, let me go see." He's like, "Oh, no, that wasn't it." And it's like, "It's just my store's doing." It's like, "Okay, then I'll go help you get better parts." He's like, "Okay." So stuff like that. And then a Fabricant came and took their master because of these two siblings, enhanced eyes. I guess the Fabricant must have assumed the master already had it, or since the Fabricant was already there, took the master anyways. That's it. That's the flashback. And after this, while Yako's dying, I guess, or hurt at least, it doesn't really show. Where's everyone else at? Ayako realizes she was kind of like self-sacrificing herself for the sake of those two, which, okay, I guess, I don't know if I would call that self-sacrificing. I was like, yeah, it's a burden that you're the one kind of responsible for it. Kind of a stretch to call that a self-sacrifice, but that's all we can kind of see from the flashback, so maybe there's more. It feels like there has to be more flashback, right? We haven't even seen Kagui's side too much of it either, and maybe there's more to do with the master than they even realized. I don't know, there must be something else to it. I don't think it just stops there. But yeah, after this, the Fabricant turns into a Shibi, and a different Fabricant caves in the ceiling. So I was right about that. It wasn't something weird. I was still assuming it's two different Fabricants, but 100 just automatically takes a note from Kugui and just attacks Enoshima, and because if he's the real one, he'll heal anyways. Of course, she picks the right one, but Ishibi's still like, the fuck, I still would feel the pain, and I'm just like, yeah, oh well. And then Ayako realizes this is her first time seeing 100 fight, and says, 100 doesn't hesitate to hurt others, which, I don't know if it's a mistranslation, I don't know if that's the actual line. This is Ayako's first time seeing 100 fight, so maybe she doesn't know. But also, we saw in the last chapter, 100 hesitated to hurt someone because didn't want to hurt Ayako. So it's not really... She does hesitate because she has to, maybe she doesn't want to, but we often see that 100 knows he can't hurt humans, so he hesitates to hurt anyone. I think it's more... would be better along the lines of 100 doesn't feel remorse or feel anything when hurting others, something like that. Not hesitating, because 100 has to hesitate a lot whether 100 wants to or not. But anyways, now ever since first feeling pain, 100 doesn't want to get hurt again. Wow, a bit of empathy, I guess, but not really, because now 100's like, she's gonna hurt anyone that tries to take her on just so that she never has to get hurt again. And the wording is specific because it goes back to the hesitating part. It's not just, we're just gonna hurt everyone, so that it's anyone that tries to take her on. So see, just more, there is more thinking to it. And then Yago thinks there is no one that 100 values more than herself, which is important because it's a reminder that 100 is still Fabricant. Even though I kind of just argued against Ayako's point, it is still true though. With 100 not wanting to feel pain, that does make her seem even more brutal. She's not going to risk as much. Kind of really taking a Kugui route in this. Less hesitation to attack first when you can. But yeah, 100 is still Fabricant, so you gotta remember that. And that's going to be a big point that's going to come up later. We already saw 100 couldn't do anything to one because she still needs one to enhance her even more, and to get Ishibi's blood, stuff like that. So 100 is still Fabricant, even if we're getting close to her and everyone's just infatuated with her. But yeah, that's important to keep in mind. And now the title is still just referring to self-sacrifice. I know I kind of complained about it in the last chapter too. Yeah, I'm tired of this self-sacrifice arc. Maybe that's the whole point. Ayako doesn't like self-sacrificing, even though she thinks she was doing it too. But it's also more specifically for 100 at the end, saying there's no one 100 values more than herself. Okay, well, the chapter is something more precious than yourself. 100 doesn't have that, and maybe that's where it's referring to. Ayako had her master and her brother, as Shibi had his revenge, I guess. Or maybe that's what Shibi's lacking, and that's why this is important. He's kind of maybe going to get a mentality of a Fabricant, or the emotionlessness of a Fabricant. So, something still on the self-sacrifice route, but an important title and thing to think about either way. But let me know what you thought. If you like this chapter, you getting a clear message or a good moral from this chapter, because it is an important one and gives you plenty to think about. But yeah, let's just talk about it if you want. You can leave a comment. You can find me on social media, the AC Stories. You can email me at theacstories@gmail.com. or join my Discord group there, and links will be in the description for all that. But if you like what I say, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to stay more up to date with what I'm doing, go and subscribe. But that's all I have to say about this chapter of Fabricant 100. Thank you so much. Until next time, I'm the AC. Bye.